Alright guys, it is time for the hell's the name of this cabinet? X-Men Part 7. Alright, what I got going on here, guys, is been sanding this front, getting this sponge up in this corner real nice. So I'm pretty sure this front's pretty smooth. I'm gonna have to blow the dust off of it and feel it. I'm gonna start working on sanding that right now, and then I have to go in and get my step ladder so I can get up over the top, because I'm gonna need that anyways to primer. And I got some primer mixed up already. Got my exhaust fan in the window. So we're gonna do some primering, guys. Okay guys, so I went around in different random spots of the T-molding groove, poked a little piece in there, feel the sides. There's just the right finish of the T-molding on each side. I mean, I can't obviously test the whole slot, but I tested in random areas, and you know, it seems like T-molding slot's pretty decent. Obviously it'll probably teeter around a little bit, but I'm quite pleased. So gonna go ahead now. I've sanded everything that has filler primer on it. It all feels really smooth. I don't feel any waves or anything like that, or I don't feel anything. Well, I do. I'll show you. But it's the actual wood right up in here where some of that, I don't know if you can see it, but up in here where some of the, where it may have got some water sat on it before. I said I wasn't going to Bondo that. But other than that, the primer is smooth. So I've already blown the cabinet off once. I'm going to take a rag now that's damp with a little bit of acetone, and then I'm going to blow the cabinet as I wipe the primered spots to be sure I get any dust off there. I need to sand around the edge of the door and get it set up over here on a couple milk crates, probably these two white ones, so I can primer that door as well. Alright guys, so I'm going to do it and wipe this down, and well, next time I come on it might be all gray. Alright, so I got my first coat here on the door. It's looking pretty good. One last look at this cabinet before it all becomes basically one color. Alright, here comes the first, well, not the first, but one of many transformations. Okay guys, so we're gonna take a look at this now. You know, I always kept looking at this crack and I'm like, I should really fill that with Bondo. And I'm like, no, that seam's supposed to be there. And now that it's under primer, it totally looks like shit. The spray job actually looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with it. I probably could have only did better on this front piece if I just built a brand new cabinet. I tried, you know. So everything got 3 coats. You can see down along the bottom, it's really heavy on the laminate because I kind of was spraying in and up at the same time, trying to keep the gun tilted enough to keep paint being fed into it so I could get some paint onto the bottom, or primer onto the bottom. Rear door. It's looking damn good. You can't even see nothing in the camera, guys. I'm sorry. Probably half stone too. But hey, primer's on, guys. I'll just find some like 240 grit, wrap it around the sponge and a sponge sander, and just lightly scuff this primer before I paint it, because it's pretty effing smooth. Except for that stupid crack. But I can't whine and cry about that. Alright, it's primered, guys. Like I said, the next step, lightly sand, and then put the black paint on. Okay, so this is what I'll use to paint. Rust-Oleum flat black. 1 quart, 32 ounces. So if this is 4 parts, 32 divided by 4 is 8, and 8 times 3 is 24. So I need 32 ounces of this, 24 ounces of that, and a half a can of this, which I don't know what size this can is. Okay, so it's a half a pint. So I guess I use a quarter of a pint. Fucking thing. So if anyone ever wants to know what I paint with, 1 quart paint, 24 ounces of acetone, and a quarter of a pint of this catalyst hardener. That takes it from a flat black and kind of gives it that that sheen. That it's not glossy, but it's not flat either. Had a lot of water in that today. Okay. So I am sanding. Cabinet down. It's sanding very nice. Glass smooth. So I'm having high hopes for this paint job. Alright guys, it's the next day. I've sanded all the primered spots down that obviously show when I didn't worry about sanding down in there. Okay. All the parts that are visible when the cabinet's together. Everything seems super smooth. I blew all the dust off, around and off, and then I wiped the entire cabinet down, and I've blown it off a couple more times to just try to eliminate every piece of dust I can eliminate. So I'm gonna go ahead now. I got 24 ounces of acetone right here. I'm gonna open up this can, and then I'll use this clean acetone to rinse the can out into my mix bucket, if that makes sense. Alright guys, I got a new paint gun here. And what I did is I came off with a swivel right off the bottom. And I ran a hose up alongside the handle. And this hose will go down my arm and across my back with my regulator and some water filters. I'm hoping that I can get into the tighter areas of the shadow box and stuff without, you know, all of that shit plus the hose hanging off the bottom of the handle. So I'm gonna see how it works. I got the paint mixed, it's ready to go. So I think I'm gonna put the phone down and start giving it a shoot and see what happens. Wish me luck, brothers. Okay guys, so I have the paint on. I got 2 coats on the back door. The rest of the cabinet has 3. So we'll take a check it out. So just got done cleaning my gun. So as you can see, it's awful shiny. It's nice and covered. So there's the back door. Back of the cabinet. See all the imperfections in the wood now. But it's as good as I can do it for the time I spent on it. I don't know what the hell this is. I think that's some dimples in the wood. I thought it was water droplets, but it's not. And I didn't see that until the second coat. So we'll have to see how it dries. I'll come out about 8-10 hours from now and take a peek at it. But it's starting to get a little bit dark outside, or it's starting to get that time. I'm gonna go ahead and get the lights shut off in here so I ain't got a bunch of bugs flying in, landing on wet shit. I had a bug land in here. Looks like I had one land there too. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because it ain't dry all the way, but I always tiger stripe like a motherfucker on the back door. I overlap so well. Maybe I'm overlapping too much. I'm hoping it's just that bad because it's only been a few hours. A lot of that shine has went away, I'll tell you that. Still wet in that corner though. Anyways, fellas, I think I'm gonna end part 7 here. It's probably gonna be a few weeks before you see a part number 8. This cabinet's gonna sit for 72 hours at least before I even touch it. What I'll do is I'll lay it down on its sides, sand off any of the overspray off of this white panel. Because there is some, as you can see. And then what I'll do is then I'll take this into the house, and then I'm gonna kind of just leave it sit in there. And I am going to start on this series next, Moon Patrol. It might go pretty quick because I don't think there's a whole lot of body work to do on it. It's basically just going to be sanding, painting, and then artwork and stuff. I got 3 cabinets, guys. X-Men, Moon Patrol, MK3. And I'm going to try to get them all to this point right here. And then all inside, and then I will continue on with the series of artwork, wiring, and that after I get all of this work done. I'm going to try to be more productive because I want to get pole position done. And I may do Rally X. I'm not quite sure. But I at least want to get to pole position to where the body work is done and ready to be inside. So my wife suggests I try to do it this way. So don't listen to the old lady. Also, I want to rebuild a cabinet just like this. This Ballet Sente. I'm going to use this cabinet as a pattern. I'm going to use the trim off of it, the speaker grill, the control panel, coin door, monitor mounts, stuff like that, because I believe I'm going to make this into Russian Attack. Alright guys, so like, subscribe, share with anyone who you think might be interested in this stuff, as I would like to eventually get to 500 subscribers. I would like to do that too by the end of the summer. So, alright guys, thanks for hanging out and stuff. Part 7 will be coming up, but it'll be a little bit.